Hi, it's Mark Homan from Paul's Photo and the Creative Photo Academy. It's day 150 of our Be Creative series, and I wanted to celebrate a little bit today. So what do we have to celebrate? It's been 150 days of creativity. We're here with a beautiful sunset, and I want to thank God for this beautiful sunset on the beach today. And I want to share it with you. So you can see I brought my tripod, my Gitzo tripod. When you're down on the beach, you want to put your bottom legs all the way out, because when I'm going to put my tripod down, I don't want to have to worry about the sand. You can see I've got my Mindshift backpack, the big backpack today, because I've got all my gear with me today. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take it down really quickly. I'm going to grab my camera out, Nikon Z7 with the 24-70 lens. It's going to clip right on the tripod. I'm going to take the lens shade, I'm going to turn it around. And now the backpack is going to go back on my back. Why? In case the surf comes in and I got to run quickly. So I'm going to adjust myself a little bit here. I've got one leg pointed down directly into the water, so it'll stop if the light comes in. I'm in aperture priority, and I'm looking at the scene here, and it's going to be a beautiful sunset. So I'm adjusting, right? I'm turning on the display so I get the grid view so that I can see exactly what's going on. I get the horizon level. Now when I'm shooting into the sun like this, I want to set the aperture to f16. Why f16? So I'm going to get a beautiful starburst out of it. And I'm going to set my exposure compensation to -1 because I want to get a beautiful sunset. I want it to be a little bit dark and rich on the color. Going to focus right here. Bam, I'm going to make the exposure at f16. My sun turned into a starburst. It's a beautiful scene. I like what's going on here, right? I've got the lens set to 24 millimeters wide angle. And it's going to give me a nice move. My shutter speed's about 1,000th of a second, so I'm stopping the action in the water. Let's see here. If I want to blur the action in the water, I'm going to add a neutral density filter. So what am I going to do? Open my pack, take out my filter kit, watching the waves come behind me. So I've got my filters here, and I want the neutral density filter right there. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch to the wide angle lens. Right, whoops, here comes the water. Yep, got to watch out there, because I want to get a wider scene. I want to get a wider foreground. So I'm going to switch from the 24-70 very quickly to the 14 to 20 to 14 to 30 here on the Z7. Now I'm going to put on the 10-stop neutral density, the 9-stop neutral density filter that is going to give us a really long shutter speed. Backpack, come on, goes back on my back in case we have a mishap with the waves. So now when I'm using the neutral density filter, I have to pre-focus and preset this. So I'm going to switch to manual focus with the lens set at infinity. I'm going to put the 9-stop neutral density filter on. Oh, my feet are going to get a little bit wet here. That's okay, because my shoes will dry out. There we go. And now I'm going to wait for the wave to come in. And now when the wave pulls out, I'm going to hit the shutter and go. Because that's the exposure that I want. Look at that, it's beautiful. Yes. Wait for the waves to pull out and then make the exposure. And then it's going to turn into glass. Going to take the ISO from 400 down to 100, so I get a little bit longer exposure. Wait for the wave to come in. Come on, wave, come in. Here it goes. Great. Wave starts to pull back. Now I make the exposure. Wave's going to pull back. And while that's making the 8-second exposure, I'm going to take out the graduated neutral density filter. So this is my ProMaster graduated neutral density filter with the H&Y holder here. So I'm showing you this live speed. So usually I've cut out all this prep part for you, but I wanted you to see that today because this is our day 150. All right. So that's clipping right in. Going back on my backpack. Oops, I forgot to get the filter. I got the holder, I didn't get the filter. So this is the ProMaster 3-stop hard edge graduated neutral density filter. It's going to screw, the holder is going to screw right on here onto the lens. Awesome sauce, look at that. And now I'm going to take the graduated neutral density and I'm going to darken the sky with it. I'm going to take that graduated neutral density filter, and with this magnetic holder it's so easy. I'm just going to drop that right down on the sky. Awesome, look at that. And now I'm going to wait for the surf to come in. Here it comes, and now I'm going to make the exposure. It's going to be 8 seconds. How beautiful is that? So we've talked you through this whole process. Now usually I'll spend 15 or 20 minutes here photographing. The sun's getting real close to the horizon. Maybe that sailboat will go right through there and it'll be even better. I want you to get out and take some pictures. Go back and look at 150 days of Be Creative and get out and celebrate with your own image on your own scene. And share them. Hashtag Paul's Photo, hashtag Creative Photo Academy, and hashtag We're All Together. Because we're all together in this, and by making great pictures, we'll survive together. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of Be Creative.